This podcast finished. That was the most abrupt way to do it. So let's explain.
What? Agent, I dare you piss me off, boy. What if Lo just got up and just... Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Lo looks sad as f. I feel like this makes him more sad than when he got caught, What the f is this? What does he mean by this? What does addressing everything mean? 4-0. My nigga's a shooter, bro. Let me see what they talking about.
Yo, that podcast people listen to one on your legend of winning, aka.
Oh. I ain't trying to listen to this. I ain't trying to listen to this. What the f? What? Agent, you pissed me off. Agent, I dare you piss me off, boy.
This podcast finished. That was the most abrupt way to do it. So let's explain.
I kind of like shot it out there. I felt like, was that movie
It's a troll. It's a troll. They trolling.
with Tom Cruise in the Jets?
Top Gun.
Yeah, Top Gun, but with an alternative ending.
Yeah. The last, like, I don't know. It's just a priority issue, I guess, more than anything else. The podcast is, I like doing podcasts. Me and Lo had a podcast since like 2014, maybe. Been a while, bro. This is our third one.
No.
And
you keep ending them.
Yeah.
You keep starting them and ending them.
No, that's true. So
You keep pushing me. Hey, man, we should do it, man. We should do it. And then at the end, you're like, I'm f***ing over it, dog. I'm
so
done.
there's a suite of different reasons. All of them have different levels of like.
Agent, I know you on your Twitch grind right now. GTA RP, you going? I texted this agent for no reason. I was driving home one day. I opened Twitch. I just see Agent grind. I don't know. Someone told me like, yo, test he doing a good job, bro. That's just niggas doing a good job. I understand. I'm saying like this Twitch. Please don't have that be one of the reasons. We need a peer-to-peer is fire, bro.
The most important one is this has just been less fun recently. And maybe that's just because other things have been way more fun. So then
Streaming.
Like, I think there's a misconception from people that don't know me all that well that I do things for money. I don't. I'm confident I'm going to make my money regardless.
The average 120K pod. But when they have good guests and shit, it goes crazy. I just feel like they just need to just get different guests on this motherfucker. You know? Not just like YouTubers and shit. I feel like they just got to widen their horizons on the guests that they bring on this thing. And then it'd be more fun. But I know it's tough. Because there's a million podcasts out there and shit.
I just do things because I enjoy doing them. And I know if I enjoy doing it, at the end of the day, it'll work out for me. Even if it doesn't work out.
And 120 is not even bad. Bro, I've been seeing big niggas on podcasts that average like 10K views and shit. I seen Take go on a podcast that has like 50K subscribers.
Money-wise,
120 is great.
Because I'm happier. I don't need a lot of money to be cool. So I just need to be comfortable. And comfortable just means the bare minimums for me. I didn't grow up with a ton of things. I just grew up with like people that cared. So that's the most important thing. So fun is the most important thing. I just been losing fun. Stream's been fun for me a lot. You have to think I have a lot of different channels. We have our playback channel together. I have the AMP channel. I have my stream. I have the gaming channel, which I also stopped on. That was the first thing I dropped.
He does a lot, though, Shaq.
I have my Agent Zero channel, which I've been struggling to upload on because I've been juggling so many different priorities. So one of them ends up taking the hit. And the podcast has been especially challenging because it's been less fun, but also been demanding because when we get a guest and the guest is only available at this specific time, now I'm having to drop what I'm doing to come to the pod. But the thing I could have been doing, who knows where that could have gotten me. So I remember I had a conversation with Caleb like a month or so ago. And he was like, hey man, you always end up like dropping things and your channels are like never see attention because you're just like the last thing you're worried about. And then I thought like, that's a good point. So let's see like if I prioritize my stream, what can happen. And over the last month, I spent the majority of it streaming daily and it's like quadrupled in size.
Hey, my man's Agent on that honeymoon stage right now, boy. Why you saying God? My boy Agent loving that streaming life. That's that honeymoon stage. Just wait till these little stupid ass niggas in the chat start annoying you and it becomes a fucking job and you wake up every day hating your life and it's depressing no matter how much money you make. Because you gotta look at these.
Can't even stream anymore after the money. Josh streamed while almost losing Corin on 24 hours of no sleep. Let's give Josh a hip hip hooray ready chat. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip.
A little too detailed? Nah, that's. I'm just saying that could happen. I don't know. That's never happened to me. I never like woke up and like, you know.
NGL Rage, you look like a Triassic ichthyosaur.
I look like a what? What about this nigga look like me? What about this nigga look like me?
Not gonna lie. If you were in one of those Animorph books, you'd be a praying mantis.
Okay. Praying mantis are kind of cool. Listen, Agent is in that honeymoon stage.
I mean, yeah, I'm almost at 11K.
It went from like 3 to 4, and now it's like every time
yeah.
I pop on like 8 or 9.
He's at 10.
Bro, the
like,
peer-to-peer was
about
done though,
viewership.
bro.
Oh yeah,
It'll be like 3 to 4, and everybody else is on, but other people
I see
be
what you're
on.
saying. I see what
It'll
you're
be
saying.
stuck at like 8, 9 and
That's
going up.
tough.
I noticed that.
So like it worked, but it didn't work because I'm different or something changed. It just worked because I don't know how to explain it to people. It's not just a time thing. Like the podcast doesn't take that much time. It's like an hour and a half, right? But
Shit like
it's,
2.5 hours, boy. Don't
it's
play
like
with me.
The strategy is where that's my strength. I'm not the most entertaining person on the planet, but I'm definitely smarter than most of the people you watch when it comes to strategy. It's the only reason why I'm still here. So the podcast gets none of that. Like I don't think about strategy at all for the pod. And I know that if I dedicated time to it, this would be a very large podcast. Not that I'm unhappy with where it's at, but there's always potential for growth. And to not see it make its potential feels like, what is the point of dedicating time to something I'm not dedicating attention to? And so the last month I've just been even less interested, on top of the fact that I'm having less fun. The podcast is by far the least revenue generator. So even if I'd be like, oh, at least it makes a ton of money, it doesn't. I could dedicate that same time elsewhere and like 10x it. But it just like overall has been.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Low looks sad as I feel like this makes him more sad than when he got caught.
I could dedicate that same time elsewhere and like 10x it. But it just like overall has been like the least appealing thing. I'm not even bored on here. It's I guess more of a good problem to have, but everything else I'm doing is so fun and such high ceilings, whether it's playback, AMP, my stream, the Agent Zero channel.
Yep.
That when I'm doing stuff here, I just think like, yo, if I'm gonna do this, I should do it right. But I just don't have the capacity to do that.
Right.
I just don't have the capacity to do that.
Look pissed. What if Lo just got up and started swinging on this? What if Lo just got up and just bitch, started swinging on this nigga?
And it just feels like I'm treading water more than anything else. And so
you look tight.
Yeah, I guess that's
belly
like
flop,
the
nigga, just
summarized way of putting it. I like doing, and on top of the fact that there's an AMP podcast coming out. Like, bro, I'm about to be on 2 podcasts, and that podcast is probably gonna be more demanding because there's gonna be 6 people on there. And so it's like now we got to work around 6 people's schedules.
Is there a podcast with that many people? 6 is crazy. Maybe certain days, maybe some weekends just have certain members type shit. I feel like 6 is crazy. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of niggas like, I don't know. I feel like Chris is kind of crazy. Sidemen podcast? I ain't gonna lie to you, even though they had a podcast. I ain't gonna lie to you. Phantom never gonna be there. That's why I feel like some days should just have like a certain amount of members and shit. That'd be calm.
You know that?
Yeah, they know that. We promoted it like 3 months ago and then never talked about it again.
Oh, they could do 6.
But we built the
6
set
would
out,
probably
and
work.
that's coming soon. And I don't know what that's gonna look like. Nor is that a replacement for this.
That's one big thing about podcast, bro. Like how the aesthetic of how it looks on camera, for sure.
I could have really spent time and did both, but I can gather a lot more responsibility.
Stop pausing, damn. What if I pause my dick in your mouth?
Right now, I'm thinking that it's in my best interest.
I was gonna say pause it somewhere else, but that's a little insensitive. So what the fuck is going on right now?
If I just reduce
Very
my
insensitive,
output
actually.
and then care
Watch my
more
mouth.
about the things I'm still concerned about. So now I have more time to focus on playback, and playback's been doing well recently. My stream's been doing fantastic. I have more time for that. I have a lot of overtime deliverables
Now you're
because
outta
I got to
here?
deal with them for the
How am I out of here, bro?
year, and like they've been
WPR,
fantastic. It's
fire
been a blast
PR.
commentating those games. So I'm just stretched in so many ways that I don't do any of them great anymore. And I got tired of just being mediocre, knowing what I'm capable of. So in all reality, I think this podcast could have been huge
Damn,
if both of us had that time to dedicate to it. Like a clip channel never took off, like really like that. The podcast has been stagnant for a little bit in terms of views, but just forget the numbers. Just in terms of the quality, how we organize it, like audience retention hasn't improved at all. Like we have brand deals on it, but it's like, I don't know how to explain it, man, but it's just when something has a high ceiling, I get excited. AMP, very high ceiling. Like we're doing.
This nigga Lowe's like, damn, I need a job. Fuck. I'm playing, Lo. I love you. Lo, I love you. Lo, I love you. Lo, I love you. Lo, I love you. Lo should stream more though.
Shit I didn't even imagine, talking to brands I didn't even imagine, talking about money I couldn't even imagine, having more fun than I could even imagine. We're talking about these trips. I'm like, bro, this seems like a dream. Playback, like having a commentary channel where we could just discuss topics on the internet, and it's pretty low lift, but it's fun to do. Like my most meaningful laughs in the past 2 years, a majority of them in my life, I have them while we're shooting playback videos. So when we shoot a playback video, I'm having a blast because we're either reacting to something very dumb or we're just having an interesting conversation, but there's always something interesting about it. My Agent Zero channel is just like a sandbox now where anything I'm passionate about, like I dropped a weight loss documentary, it's been doing great and people tell me what they're inspired. So now anytime I'm like, yo, I want to move in this direction, I'm excited. So I'm just designing my life in a way where the things I'm doing have very high ceilings and are getting the attention they deserve so they can grow the way they need to. And that way I feel like I'm doing all of them an honor rather than a disservice. So, yeah, I hate quitting things. So I kind of like for the last year been shaky on the pod. But I didn't want to stop because I'm thinking like,
okay, nah, bro.
I
the
don't
podcast is finished.
Quitting feels like a failure, but this podcast didn't.
You look, you heard him in the beginning talking about something. You end every podcast. We start everyone and we ended it. Shit. You feel away, bro.
Yeah, we dominated the gaming category the entire time. Even though it didn't make a ton of money, it was still positive. So it was a W in terms of a business sense. And then probably more importantly than all that, the community we built and the Noti gang was like. And it's funny because when I go outside and people talk to me about anything, channel. Now I get most excited when people are like, "Yeah, I watched the podcast or I watched the stream." Those two get me excited the most because I know those are the diehards. So
someone said it the other day. They was like, I was watching the pod and I heard someone in the back. And I didn't know that was you till I saw you. I was like, yo, I didn't know the pod. Like, it get a lot of pod.
Yeah.
Pod gets a lot of love.
Yeah, so that was Johnny my hesitation for like not wanting to make
Johnny
Boy. But anyway, I just had a convo with Lo about it like a month ago. It wasn't more so a decision, rather than just a conversation about where I'm at and what I'm thinking. And so the part of the reason why we scaled back to one pod a week was because me and Lo had a conversation when we did that. Was it like 6 months ago? Probably more, 8 months now.
Yes.
And I was like, yo, bro, I do not want to do this.
Look at Lo's fat ass. Why are y'all so mean? What did Lo do to you? What did Lo do to you? He a cheater. Okay, did he cheat on you? No. What he do to you? Yeah, he fat. He fat as shit. But like, so? A lot of fat motherfuckers on this planet. Get more bitches than me. Facts. Well, 4 times. You haven't even 4 bitches, my nigga.
Back then, I was way less interested. But then one pod a week made it more palatable. Like, it took less time. There's a lot less lifting to do from everybody. Like, but then, like, I don't know. I'm finding myself in that same situation. So, I don't know. My objective was, like, ideally, I don't want the pod to end. I could just have, like, somebody fill in the role. Yeah, but then I guess you didn't have any interest in doing a pod where that was the case.
Yeah. I think the one aspect of it I think it's kind of hard to explain is the half-assedness of it. Like, I don't, and I'll just speak for myself, but I think you probably fall in the same vein where it's just like, it's really, really hard. It's kind of irritating knowing that something is being put out and like you're not like giving 100%. You feel like you can just give more.
Like, here's a good example. My bad, Caleb. But the Bruce podcast, that was one of our biggest podcasts, but I cannot watch it because it is out of sync. And I guess I didn't realize how much out of sync frustrates me. It's so out of sync that
that's why when I'm on stream, I'm like, yo, am I synced, nigga? That shit is ugly. When I go back in my VODs or clips and I see my voice isn't synced, I get so triggered, bro.
I watch it with the visuals up, I'm pissed the whole time. But things like that don't slip through.
And y'all be like, no, it's straight, it's good. No, you good.
Channel. I would never let it. It won't slip through on the stream. I would never let it. It won't slip through on AMP or playback. I just would never let it. So, like, that's just.
You mean give you another one?
Yeah.
Sorry, Caleb. I hate this thing.
The set?
Yes, I hate
Well,
the
I
set.
like the set.
No, I hate the fact that the colors are not changed and they're still just like they're still like bright yellow or like room
how y'all feel about
temp
this set?
color on lights. It should be like blue.
Why?
I hate all this shit behind us. I just hate it.
How y'all feel about this set?
I hate the fact that this is a whiteboard.
How do you feel about
and
it?
we knew from like the first
Corny.
episode that we had a whiteboard that this should not be up there because a light bounces off of that, and the person who puts something under, they cannot see it. Like all that shit I noticed, but it's like I do not have the bandwidth to come in here and
You worried about the
shit.
wrong
I'm sorry.
sets. Get in the gym and do some sets.
But Caleb.
I don't know why. Okay. Nobody said that. Okay, somebody said the first part of it. I added the second part. That's my fault. I'm sorry. I did not. Okay, somebody did say he worried about the wrong sets. The gym part. I'm sorry. I just put that on my. I'm sorry.
I knew I didn't like the set as soon as he did.
Wait. Okay. To be fair, both y'all's communication is ass when it comes to like certain things like that. You didn't tell me. So if you would have told me like, hey, bro, can you fix that? It'd have been done.
I don't. But here's the other thing about
That's cap. I
You don't get to talk.
No, I asked
you
niggas
don't get
for,
to say
I asked
nothing
niggas
about
for a new marker 2 months ago. It's the same marker.
Damn, we were.
And let's be clear, I didn't like the set as soon as I
Bro,
came
I'm so
in.
bad at letting go of things, chat. Like the end of peer to peer, like no more episodes ever, bro. It's crazy, bro. I still have a bike in my mom's garage I used to ride as a jit, and I won't let her throw it out because of like the memories and shit. Bro.
Did I?
Bro, listen, we got
Did I know? But no.
we got video proof
Of what?
I liked
of the
it.
actual day.
I liked it.
Huh?
I owe you one of those. What the fuck is that supposed to mean, hoe ass boy? Yo, my Mingo. You a grunt with 999. What the fuck that supposed to mean, boy? One of what? A hoarder. I'm not a hoarder. I don't have that much shit to even hoard. I don't have a lot of shit. I'm not a hoarder. It's just sentimental things, bro.
Did I like the set?
No.
No.
The markers at the house.
Ones, yeah.
Listen,
Did I like the set when we first got here?
No, he didn't.
I did not like the set,
okay, but like the thing was,
and it was for aesthetic reasons.
To be fair, like the set, I was trying to do anything to like spruce up the pod in any kind of way to be like, all right,
I am
let's
saying
do
though,
something
I
that,
hold
like,
a lot of
we can
stuff.
genuinely
I
enjoy.
appreciate that.
Yeah, for the fans.
I just hate the execution. I'm gonna try 80 now. They're gonna be like, come on, your body
It might be
got
the
it.
final
So
minutes
even
of
with
peer to
one
peer
arm, he
forever,
probably
bro.
gonna take
I don't care about low cheating or whatever. I love
He
the
said most. He said most.
No, there's not a lot of Zeus's. I mean,
Said I'm on 3+ right now, if I'm being honest. Hope my feelings shoot out like a rocket. Niggas thought they had the swag, but I'm really on it. Look at you just window shopping that new bag I bought.